Okay. Looks like we're live. How you guys doing today? Welcome back to Meaningful Mondays. I'm trying to see something, guys. Welcome back to Meaningful Mondays. Hey.
Hi.
How you doing today, Ms. Mo?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
I like your sweatshirt.
Thank you. It's Lady Huskies. I'm trying to pull up the live on my computer as well, but it's not trying to let me go. So just give me a few minutes. There we go. Awesome. How are you doing today, though? Welcome to Meaningful Mondays.
Thank you.
Yep. So today we're just going to talk about a topic for like about an hour. Basically, asking some questions, and we're just going to go from there. Okay. Well, my name is Coach Johnson. For people who don't know who's going to watch this, I'm Coach Johnson. I'm the founder of NBCL, head coach of Lady Huskies, as you can see in the jacket. I started the YouTube live basically for the coronavirus, COVID-19. You know, we can't physically see the children, but no, we can like virtually meet with them on YouTube live, Zoom, and stuff like that. So today we got Dr. Mo here for a special guest, and she's going to introduce herself, and we're going to go over the topic.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Mo. I'm one of the mentors through Heart Smiles, and a little bit about me is that I've been working on the front lines for COVID in an ICU. But other than that, I just love Heart Smiles and I love Coach Johnson. So I'm happy to be here.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. How is it working on the front line of COVID-19?
It has been hard. It's been very sad at times. I think one of the saddest things is that people can't visit their family members. So that part, I think, has been the hardest for me.
Yeah, I can see. Do you get like breaks off at work sometimes?
Yeah. So all the doctors that are working in the intensive care unit and the nurses and everyone have to wear like a mask, and then you have to wear a big shield, and then you have to wear a gown. And so it gets very like uncomfortable and it gets really hot. So we're allowed to, after we go see patients, we can take that all off and like go to another area where the patients aren't and take a break.
Okay. So that sounds pretty stressful, but are you doing okay? How you doing now?
I'm doing good. Stuff like this keeps me going.
Good. That's good. So basically, what's the topic for today?
So, yesterday was Mother's Day. And, as as I was thinking about Mother's Day and I was reflecting on things that have been going on, I kept thinking about the case of Ahmaud Arbery. Have you heard of him?
Mm-hmm.
So for those of you watching who maybe don't know who that is, Ahmaud is a young man who was jogging in his neighborhood, was followed by he's a young Black man, was followed by two white men, one who used to be a police officer, and he was shot and killed. That was in February. So recently a video has been released. And so there's been more talk about this case, and they've seen that this man was actually really just jogging when he was killed. And so I spent a lot of time yesterday just thinking about what his mom must be feeling on her Mother's Day that she couldn't spend with her son. And so I thought we could talk a little bit about that today.
Okay. Well, let's talk about it.
So tell me, when you heard about this story, just hearing about it now, what do you think and how does it make you feel?
When I first heard about the story, I was basically like kind of shocked, but then it wasn't no video. So I was just like, I don't know what really to think. I don't know if it's true, if it's a lie, stuff like that. So, but then when the video came out, I was like, oh wow, this is real. Like this is the real thing. So yeah, I basically kind of heard that. I basically saw that, and it was just like, wow. And then they was like saying the people that killed her wasn't getting arrested. So it was just like it's kind of crazy. But then I heard they did get arrested, but I heard they was arrested, but still wasn't no justice. So it was kind of everywhere. The stories everywhere. I kind of don't know the full story, but yeah, that's kind of what I know.
Yeah, so they got arrested, but I probably what you're maybe reading or seeing is that people are worried that even if they're arrested, once it goes to court, will they actually be convicted of murder? So I think that's what people are worried about when they said like, is it really true justice or not?
Mm. I mean, they should. It's on video,
You would hope so, right?
right?
Yeah,
But then again, you know, our justice system is kind of messed up anyway. So it's a here and there situation with that.
yeah, yeah. Do you things like that have happened in Baltimore as well.
Mm. I heard about the Trayvon Martin case, stuff like that. I mean, not Trayvon Martin, Freddie Gray case and stuff like that. Yeah, it happened in Baltimore. Um, I don't think they got any justice off of that either because I mean, I don't know the full story behind the Freddie Gray because I tend not to look into stuff like that because it basically I don't like stuff like that. Like it makes me feel a type of way. So I was just like I basically like hindered myself from it. But it was kind of wild, pretty wild. You know, how Baltimore City police didn't get they didn't get convicted for. I was like, I think like 6 of them, like none of them got convicted or something like that. I don't know. I think it was like 15, 6 of them. It was something like that. It was just wild. I don't know, but it was pretty crazy. I know it started the riots. It was just crazy. It was just crazy.
When you say it makes you feel some type of way, what do you mean?
I mean, it's just be like our city has no actual justice. Like our city has nothing good to look at. Like if you think of Baltimore, you think of the Wire or the Freddie Gray or the riots. Like you don't think of. It's just like Baltimore's like one of the violent cities in America. One of the most violent cities in America. Sorry, this is like wow. I live here. And I was born and raised here, and I gotta take that. I gotta take what they say, and it's gotta be. It's true. So it's like.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely some truth to that, but I also think, what this makes me realize too is that this stuff is happening everywhere. That was in Georgia where this happened. Where I'm from in Ohio, we had a similar thing happen about, 5 or 6 years ago. So, I mean, it's happening everywhere. So, what do you think we could do to kind of change this narrative about Baltimore? Like Baltimore's only dangerous, it's only violent, only bad things happen in Baltimore. Like that's not really true, is it?
No, it's not true. Because we have people like us, like Baltimore youth, that steps up and really show what Baltimore, like really show what people in Baltimore are really about. But when you look at it, it's like we don't have enough youth because we still have youth killing youth, and it's like wow. So like when you look at Heart Smiles and you look like the between 60 and 100 people in Heart Smiles compared to the whole Baltimore, Maryland, it's like it's crazy. Like it's not even just Baltimore City. Baltimore County is getting like this too. So it's like it's not enough. It's not enough comparison that we can like show. It's not enough statistics that show that it's like not not enough. Like when you think of like Baltimore, like I said, Baltimore City, Baltimore County, there like just the rate of the deaths and the violence, robberies, stuff like that, compared to the 20%, 30% of Heart Smiles of the good stuff that comes out of Heart Smiles. It's like it's crazy. It's like what else can we do? Like we gotta do more. We gotta have more youth come in the picture and just more accomplishments and more goals that's achieved so that we can get to the 60 and 40%, and then Baltimore will be known for youth that comes out of Baltimore and really really be on that grind. Because like now, Baltimore's not known for that.
Well, how do you think, because you mentioned that youth are still killing other youth, and what Heart Smiles does is really, helpful to get youth doing productive things and to really find their passion and become, successful. So what are the things that we could do to reach some of the youth that we're not reaching right now, like the ones that are maybe involved in some of the violence you're talking about? How could we reach those youth?
I mean, I really don't know. No, we're trying. We try every day, but it's like, what else can we do? Like,
Yeah.
what could we do? That's like, what are we not? It's basically, what could we do? What are we not doing? Like, what are we not doing? Like, this is something we're not doing good of. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
So I think, my 2 cents on that is that no, like, you guys are doing amazing things. And honestly, you're doing way more than any other youth group that I know, and way more than even what should be expected of a young person, like. So I think part of the reason I wanted to bring this up, even though, it's a really horrible thing, and it's not a fun thing to think about. It doesn't feel good to think about, someone being killed that way. But I also want to bring it up because there are higher systems, like you talked about the criminal justice system. Like,
Mhm.
there are parts of society that should be doing more. I don't think the question is, are youth doing enough? I think the question is, why isn't society doing more?
Yeah, you're definitely right. I believe that I would say our higher power, our leaders in, like, our governor, like not the governor, but our leaders that's in those big chairs and those big spots are not doing enough. I just feel as though they talk all this stuff during campaign season, and then once it's time to really get in that chair, they don't know what to do, or they just not doing enough, or they just don't care. They just in it for the money. That's another thing. Like, about this campaign of a Baltimore mayor, and everybody vote for one person, and this, that, the third, or the person for mayor. Honestly, I don't want nobody to be mayor, because nobody can take that chair about what to do. It was left up to me. If Elijah, rest in peace, Elijah Cummings, but if he was still alive, he should have been there. Because, like, I don't see nobody doing enough. Nobody that's running for campaign for mayor is doing enough. And that's just my opinion. You feel me? So our president, he just about not the smartest person in the world to know to drink disinfectant spray. I don't know, like, he wants to reopen the whole city and stuff. Like, it's just like, I don't know. It's our leaders is just, they're not smart enough. That's not, they're not doing enough. They just not smart. They're not educated. They just, they said they saw politics. They saw something that said politics, and they just jumped on it, but then they really don't know what politics is. So,
So how do you think that happens? Like, I agree with you. So how do you think that happens, that like someone like you, or our beloved Miss Joni, or someone else, all these people that are have so many important thoughts and potentially a lot more intelligence than some of the people that are in office. Um, how do you think that happens? Like, why and how does that happen, that people like that end up being the ones who make decisions for us?
I mean, in order for those people to get into the chairs, us people have to vote. You know, and for the last past, since Barack Obama was he is the best president. But after him, like, we could have Hillary Clinton, but even she wasn't as in the right state of mind as Barack Obama was. But then look, we got Donald Trump, so it's like, play the tag, play the flag on the play, and like, let it go. But then that's the president of the United States. Donald Trump is the president of the United States. But then you come into Baltimore City, and then you got our mayor, Jack Young, who's on live national TV talking about, oh, you don't interpret them, you interpret it for us.
on live national TV. Like, and our governor, he's smart, you know, he's okay. You know, I'm not going to down talk of the governor or the mayor because they're doing an okay job with this COVID-19 pandemic. I do applaud Governor Larry Hogan for it, but some things is like not in the best picture. Whereas though, I mean, it probably wasn't his actual like say so, but the superintendent, she closed schools the rest of the year, but the governor opened back up the golf course, tennis course, and I don't like golfing and tennis is more important than our education, more important than our senior year. So it's just like, are you people even thinking, like, or do they even care? You know, it's more of the do they even care? I would love to see somebody like Miss Joni in a mayor seat, even though she wouldn't run. But if Miss Joni would be mayor, I think it'd have been a lot more. Everything would be a lot more soothing.
We're about to start campaigning for her, Miss Joni for mayor.
Yeah, you're not even gonna run.
She would be so annoyed with us.
She would. She would not probably even talk to us for like 2 days straight.
Probably longer. Okay, so I mean, have you ever had to interact with the police?
Yeah, twice.
And how was it?
First time, I was like 7, and I was in a store, and this guy was out the store, and I was walking right behind him. They thought it was me, so they put me in a cop car and took me home. I didn't get in trouble or nothing. They just thought it was me, so they just put me in a cop car and took me home. I felt like it was fun. So I was 7 years old in a cop car going home. I wasn't in nothing. I didn't get in trouble when I went home. They were just like, you shouldn't be, it was like wrong time, wrong place. And they was like, where you live at? And I was like, down the road. And they was like, okay, get in the car, I'm gonna take you home. And they took me home. So that was one time. And then it was like, I'm 18 now, so like 17. And I was walking down the street one time, and it was like late at night. It was like 1 o'clock, and then he stopped me. And it was like, "What you doing walking around the street?" I was like, "I'm just walking." And they tried. They was like, "You shouldn't be walking." So the third, they had me sit down. They was asking me questions, asking my ID, my name, stuff like that. I was like, "I'm literally just walking." Like, it was like, "Well, it's just this black." They was like, "It was a phone call that this black man is in the neighborhood walking." I'm like, "I'm just walking. Like, y'all don't have nothing on me. Like, y'all can't arrest me." So I went home.
So they left you alone after that?
Say it again?
They left you alone after that?
Yeah, they left me alone. They took my address and stuff down and my name and stuff. That was it. But like they really didn't have nothing on me, so I had to go home. I mean, I was scared. Because it was like I was walking down the street and like six, 7 police cars came out of nowhere, and it was like, sit down, sit down. I'm like, I'm walking.
And that's all they said was that they got a phone call that a black man was walking
in the neighborhood, but it was 1 o'clock. So it was like, I kind of understood where they was coming from, but then again, I was in my own neighborhood, so it was like, I don't know. Maybe they didn't know who I was because I have a hood.
Have you heard about other stuff with police and your friends and how they've been treated?
No, I haven't heard no bad things from police, my friends, about being treated. My friends don't even get into the type of
stuff like that. My friends are more laid back in the house, going to work every weekend, every day, stuff like that. Like my friends are not even that type of field, to be honest. So okay. Yeah, a lot of my friends, I was probably the only one because I'm tall and I'm like, so I get like stereotyped a lot because I'm tall. So yeah, that's one thing.
So what would you, if your Lady Huskies watch this, what would you recommend to them to avoid having encounters or interactions with police?
I mean, there's nothing really I can say because police come at any given time. They do what they want. They could be walking to the store at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and they can get stopped by the police. I mean, just try your best to stay calm. You know, if you do, stay calm. You know, like, but most of my Lady Huskies are young. Like they're like 9, 10, 11. So 9 times out of 10, they're either with their friends or they're with their parents walking anywhere.
So I would, excuse me, I would just say stay calm and, you know, call your parent because Tamale Huskies. But any other teenager, like 17, 18, 19 years old, you basically, if you did the crime, you know, you just gotta do your time. You feel me? But like if you didn't, you know you didn't do nothing and you know that you're okay, like stay calm, you know, answer all the questions, you know, comply with them, you know, everything they say do. And make sure some way, somehow it's recorded. I mean, I know you probably can't put your phone out, but if you see them or like if you hear them, if you have a chance to put your phone out, if your phone is already out, make sure to record everything they say. Because some, you know, them body cameras, they work, but then they tend not to use them when it's time to be investigated. So I would just say, yeah, stay calm. Most things, stay calm and comply with the police because if you don't, yeah. And if you get pulled over, put your hands on the dashboard because that's another thing for them. Even if they ain't say do it, just keep your hands there. That's my
That's
thing.
good advice. So I'm hearing stay calm. If you can get a recording, you should. Keep your hands on the dashboard and call a parent,
And comply with them.
comply with them.
And then if you're under 17, if you're under 18 years old, you're not even supposed to be questioned unless you're with the parent.
But
So
we
they
know sometimes that's not true.
say it again.
But we know that is not always what happens.
That was happening.
But if they was to arrest you and use anything that you said in court, you know, that could be like thrown out of the window
Because if you're under 18 years old and you wasn't with your parent, they're not even supposed to ask you no questions at all. Unless a parent is in sight. Now if they do, and you get in on recording, then you have something to go by. But if you don't, like I said, if you don't get in recording, you know, just stay calm and don't ask. Like if you're under 7, if you're under 18 years old, still comply with them. But if they ask you certain questions like, did you break in someone's house? Did you break into a car? Did you this and the third? You don't have to answer those questions because you're under 18 years old and you have your parents with you.
What do you think about the fact that Ahmaud Arbery was just running when this happened to him?
I mean, I don't really know. I really can't see that because like it's like, wow. I don't know. I would say that was another case of the wrong place, wrong time type of thing. But then again, I don't know if it was premeditated, if they knew he was coming, or because it says that they say he was followed, but if you look in the video, and they was in front of him, so
Mm-hmm.
I want to know who was recording it because whoever was recording it knows something. Like the person that was recording it probably was on. Like, I don't know. Whoever was recording it, that's the person that really need to be questioned. Like, why was you recording at this time?
I just read an article about that guy who recorded it. It wasn't much. It just said that he was getting threats.
Mm.
But
Yeah, stuff like that. I don't really like pay attention. Like if I see it on my timeline, I'll like read it for a little bit and then I just keep scrolling because I just really don't like that type of stuff. It just
But that sounds like in some ways a good coping mechanism for you.
I mean,
Like
I
it
guess,
doesn't.
but I just don't like.
I want to say, I just don't like death. I take death to the heart a lot. I mean, even though it's not my people, it's just like, wow. And then to see that the people don't get no justice and the parents got to sit here and deal with it. And then there's another black man against this basically another white versus black society type. I just really don't get involved in it no more. Because like sometimes I'm angry, sometimes I'm sad. So I just be like, you know what? I just don't even like really watch. I wouldn't say I wouldn't care for it, you know. I mean, send my condolences out to all the families that lost their sons in the black versus white society. But I really don't get really involved into it. I mean, I just don't like it. Like it's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, I hear you. Because it could just be something that will kind of keep you low.
Right. And I like it. So
I can imagine that. It's like negativity almost.
yeah, basically I don't like negativity.
Yeah. I bet his mom had a hard time yesterday.
I bet she did. I bet his dad did too.
Hmm.
It's crazy. It's real crazy.
How was your Mother's Day?
My birthday was fine. I went home early. I got annoyed. So,
We don't have to talk about that.
sorry, yeah. But how was your Mother's Day?
It was good. My mom lives in Ohio, so she was far away.
You couldn't.
No, I did a little video time with her. And I made her a little video of photos of us.
Oh, that's cute. That's very nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
Nice.
So anyway, you talked a little bit about what you recommend for kids if they run into the police. What do you think the police should be doing better? Because once again, this all of our solutions can't come through you guys. Somebody has to help. So what should the police do to make things better in Baltimore?
They're not doing enough. Do their job. That's what they can do. And that's all I'm gonna say. They can do that job the right way.
So it just that's like one ask. Just simply do your job.
Mm-hmm.
Because you feel like you've seen them not do their job.
Yeah, I mean, I get this proven points. Like, if I call the police right now at 3:26, I can guarantee you that you're not gonna get here until like 3:40, 3:45. You know.
Yeah.
Or the ambulance, you call them at 3:26. They roughly get here at like 3:30, 3:31. Like, what's the difference between that? Like, I don't like that. You know, the police supposed to be the first responders, but they're not. They're like third, last. Do your job. You're late.
A lot could happen in that period.
A lot can happen in 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But then no, they'd be like, "Oh, what's your emergency? Oh, what's a robbery in my house? Okay, we're sending the police there. Police get there 20 minutes later. Then somebody did. They got called a crime scene investigation. But if you would have got there at 3:30 and we caught you at 3:25, 3:26, you would have been able to catch the person. You know, in 20 minutes, I can kill you, take your body, put it in the trunk, and drive off in 20 minutes. You can't do that in 5 minutes, unless you're a certified, been through courses hitman. Even hitmen can't even do that in 5 minutes. You can't even do that in movies in 5 minutes. It take at least 7, 8, 10 minutes to get to. Like a dead body is a lot of weight. So imagine pulling the dead body out. Imagine if you got steps, you got to pull it down the steps and then pick it up, put it in the trunk. And if you by yourself, like, that's all 5, 6, 7 minutes, 10 minutes. Police still be on that way. Oh yeah, I'll be there in a few. Like what? Like no.
So they need to respond quicker.
Do their job. Not even respond quicker. When they get there, they act like they don't care.
Okay. So they need a different attitude as well.
And I strongly believe they need like a boot camp. Like they get training, but they need like a boot camp. They need something. Like they need a beyond scared straight type boot camp.
What does that mean?
They just feel like they're on top of the world. Like nothing can stop them. Like, sir, you will get like your life is on the line. Perfect prime example. I don't remember where it was. It was on Instagram a couple days ago, but it was like somebody called the police. I think it was in like Ohio or New Jersey, one of the two. I don't remember. But somebody called the police, and this man was in there fighting his wife, and he had a knife instead of third. And the police was outside waiting to go in, but they was in a parking lot, and they responded quick. And the man outside with a knife, and the police officer had his mic on. He was telling them to stop, sit down, sit down. The man just steady walking towards him. The man steady walking towards him. So the police, like in Baltimore, excuse me,
Baltimore, a black man with a knife walking towards the police. First time he just said sit down, he ain't sit down, he done got shot automatically. This time, man told him sit down, he ain't sit down. Told him sit down, he ain't sit down. Said sit down, he ain't sit down. So he told him multiple times to sit down, or he won't shoot him. So the man runs behind the car and then runs and then like really like charges towards the police officer. So the police officer had nothing to do but to shoot him. Like that was his next best thing, to shoot him. He killed them, but he had reasons why. You know, like he told him to sit down, he told him to stop, he told him to drop the knife. He ain't listen. So and then he charged towards the police officer. So what else to do? Like if someone's charging me with a knife and I got a gun, I'm gonna shoot him.
Right.
So, and I believe that police officer was white. So it wasn't no big conspiracy, because the police officer did everything right, had his body camera on, told him sit down, told him drop the knife. The man didn't listen. He ran behind the car, charged the police officer, tried to stab him. So it's like, I think that's one of the things. And like when you get a police officer, if someone is charging at you with a weapon or has a weapon to your face, you have your weapon, you're allowed to shoot them. But like that man, Ahmad, that was just running, he wasn't supposed to get shot. Because first of all, you was a police officer, but you're not now, and you just shot him because he's black and he's jogging. You and your son. So it was like,
It's crazy. But you feel like that a boot, like it's kind of like their attitude, like they feel like nothing can stop them. So if they had a boot camp, it might kind of alter the type of attitude that some of the police officers have.
Yeah. Another prime example. I think it was in Michigan, and this team was in a car. Now I don't know what the team has done. I don't know what the person. He was like 21 years old, came out of the army and stuff like that. Now he was on the run. So I don't know what he did. He was like, I ain't going to jail, whatever. I don't know what he did beforehand, but he was running. He got out the car and was running away from the police, and like they shot him. And then, but he was on live, and they didn't know he was on live. And then the police officer sit up there laughing. Oh yeah, it's going to be a closed casket. Just that third. He gonna be a closed casket. And when he took the phone up, they realized he was on live, and they hide it. They were trying to hide their face. So imagine if they was in like a boot camp or something. Like I don't know, like something gotta change. Like, cause if you laughing after you shot somebody, like somebody, and like you're laughing at that, you're just sick. Like you don't even need to be a police officer. You just need to be in the psych ward, because that's sickening.
Yeah, I agree. Do you think it matters what the dude who was driving? Do you think it matters what he did? Do you think it changes things?
I mean, no.
Not for real.
Like it's like it don't matter, but it's still the simple fact of you did something, so you was in trouble. But it's like they didn't have to kill you and like laugh at you like that. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like you could have, whatever you did, you must have did something. Or even if he ain't do nothing, he was just getting pulled over and he didn't want to get pulled over. But still, no matter what he did, he shouldn't have been shot and killed like that. He could have been tased. That's the first thing a police officer reaches for, is their gun. Like, why not a taser? I mean, like I said, the police officer man with a knife. He could have tased him. He could have tased him. But then again, that man had a knife and he was charging at him. So tasing him probably wouldn't have did nothing. He probably would have took it out too late. So, I mean, I don't know. That first response is their gun. I don't know why it is. Maybe that's like a special rule. Something they do their training camp. Who knows? But that's that first incident. It's a gun. So they had to shoot that man. They could have tased him. In that case, he was running away from him. They could have tased him or surrounded him and made him get down on his knees or something. But they shot him and laughed at him.
It's terrible. I don't know if you've heard about this, but so I think, talking about like, well, what did the guy do? What did the guy not do? That kind of thing. So there's like sometimes these people think like, well, people get shot and killed by the police because they've committed crimes. And so, then people don't, like you said, like they don't, maybe someone doesn't comply and then they get shot and killed or whatever. But when they've looked at like the numbers overall in the nation, they've actually found that of the Black men who have been killed by the police, that the majority of the time that the police who came into contact with that person before they were killed, they were either the crime that they committed was like something that was not violent, like it was like a very like small offense, like maybe like they had marijuana on them or something like that, or there was no crime reported at all.
Mhm.
So there's like this big misconception that this happens because like people are doing bad things.
Right.
I don't know if you had heard about some of those numbers before.
I didn't actually. I didn't. Thank you for that, because I get basically my point. Like, it don't matter what they did. You don't have to shoot and kill them. Like, if you're them, there's way other parts in that body you can shoot them. Like the man up front, you could have shot him in his leg. He's still living alive. You know, could have shot him in his ankle or something. He probably would have had no ankle no more, but you know, he still have been living.
Right.
But that first thing was to shoot them dead in their chest or in their head. They don't care. They just want them dead.
Does anyone at like school or in other places talk to you guys about like the police and like interacting with them and that kind of thing?
Oh, excuse me. I know my mom did
Tired.
before. No, yeah.
Your mom
I
did
know
before?
my mom did, but as far as like school and stuff like that, no.
What did your mom tell you?
She basically tell me if I would get pulled, if I was in a car, if I get pulled over, put my hands on the dashboard and don't move them at all.
Yeah. You're sleepy today.
Yeah.
Did you sleep last night?
I went to sleep around like 4. Okay. But I woke up at 11. So
So what, that's 7 hours?
yeah.
Pretty good.
It's just I go to sleep late.
Why are you doing up so late?
My sleep schedule is depressed, you know, due to this COVID-19 situation. Like, I don't know. I just can't go to sleep during the night no more. I just go to sleep during the day.
Let's talk a little bit about that. So
Sleep.
what do you think are good ways to make sure you get good sleep? Do you think you're not sure?
I don't know. I need to know, because I be tired. No, matter of fact, I'm telling the fit, because I came home last night around like 9:30, and I went to sleep at I came home like 8, and I went to sleep from like 8 to like 11, and I woke back up because my aunt came in the house, because I left her when she was at, so I came in the house at 8. I went to sleep at 11, and she came in the house at 11, so I was woke, and I ain't going to sleep until like 4. Because I took that nap early. So maybe I should need to stop taking these naps, or I just need to sleep through the night. But I can't. Like, I just cannot sleep through the night anymore. I will go to sleep at 10 o'clock. I will take some melatonin. I take a Benadryl. I take some Theraflu. But I just won't go to sleep. I mean, now if I take some of that Theraflu that's in our cabinet, I'll be asleep. I'll be asleep for the rest of the night. You ain't here for me at all. But I'm not taking medicine to put me to sleep. I just want to go take my own. But it's like hard. So some good ways. I don't know. Maybe I do the regular eat, take a shower, but then I just be in that bed just up.
Yeah, I think the shower thing depends on the person. Like some people are like, yeah, taking a shower like wakes me up. Some people find it relaxing.
No, when I take a shower, I gotta listen to music. So I'll be there, I'll be hyped. Like,
No, I feel that. But so first of all, you like the naps, you were onto something. The naps are gonna make it hard for you to sleep at night. Because you're all rested. Babies take naps. You don't need a nap.
my usual routine
after this. Like today, I got another meeting right after this, and then another meeting right after this. So it's like I'm backing up today, the meetings. But usually after stuff like this, after my meeting for Monday's work and Wednesday, I do a little schoolwork. I cook my dinner for my aunt get home, and I go to sleep. And then I get up at like 8. I get up. I'll be in the bed by like after I do all that. I'll be in the bed by like 6:37, and I get up at like 11:30, 12 o'clock, and then I'm up the rest of the night until like 4 o'clock in the morning.
So we just figured out your problem.
And then stop taking naps.
Yes.
But I'd be tired because I would go to 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right. But we got to get you out of that cycle.
I'm gonna not take a nap today.
See what happens.
I promise you, I'm going to be up to 4 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. Well, here are the other things that are important. Okay.
Mhm.
So, do you go to sleep with your phone next to you?
No, actually, I don't. I put my phone down. And I'll be
Okay.
still
So you
be up.
don't watch TV or play on your phone or anything before sleep.
Oh, I'll really be in the bed, just like tossing and turning. Because I
Okay.
can't.
Okay, well that's good because a lot of people do that and then they wonder why they can't sleep, but you get all the stimulation from the screen.
Mhm.
Okay. Do you exercise every day?
No, every Friday.
Every Friday?
Flexible Fridays.
You're a basketball coach. Shouldn't you be exercising more than that?
I mean, I don't have my materials to exercise no more.
What-
And then I had the heart problem, so I couldn't exercise for about like 2 weeks. Like I was just cleared by my doctor to exercise Friday, and that took a toll on me. It took a toll on me myself, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. So yeah, like I don't know. Like I can't. I had to stop exercising for a simple reason. But then Friday, I'm going to get my doctor a call tonight.
Why? What happened?
It's just, I don't know, Dr. Mo. Like, I don't know. I'll tell you when we get off alive, but
Okay.
it
Okay.
don't,
We need to talk.
yeah, because it don't be right. It don't. And I take medicine for it. That medicine don't help. They give me ibuprofen. That don't help. Let me let's talk about that for a little bit, and not to talk about because you're a doctor as well, but not you.
It's okay.
My doctor, and not my matter of fact, not even my doctor. Doctors in general, but excluding you, they're quick to prescribe us Tylenol and ibuprofen, and we're telling them that this is not working. Or they be like, "Oh, take 2 of them, maybe that'll work." And we're like, well, if I take 2 of them, they're not going to work. Okay, well then take 4, but then don't take that for the rest of the day. And I'd be like, so now you want me to overdose. So now you just want me to overdose my medication. So now that's what you want me to do. You want me to overdose my medication. Okay, cool. Calm, cool, collected. I don't like how doctors are quick to prescribe teenagers ibuprofen and Tylenol. Now, despite the fact that we are teenagers, and that's probably the only thing we can take because we're so young, and that's the only pain medicine that we can take. But like, bruh, Tylenol and ibuprofen ain't gonna be answer to everything. You know, something gotta give. You feel me? You know, something has to give.
Well, so I think you made some really good points. So first of all, yeah, Tylenol and ibuprofen don't treat everything, that's for sure. The other thing is that I think sometimes, and you can tell me what you think, but I think sometimes doctors don't do a good job of explaining like when you should take it, how much you should take, how often you should take it, because like if you just take like if you take below the dose that's like good for you and your like size, like it's not going to help. And then you're going to feel like, well, that never helps, and then you're going to lose faith in it.
No, you're right. You're right. I mean, my doctor, like now, because I can't see her, I'll text her and she'll text me back in like 2 to 3 business days. But that's besides the point. But I hate like it's because it be urgent. Like yesterday, it was urgent, and she ain't texting back yet.
Why didn't you text me?
She was at work and went to sleep. Right. Right. So it's like, I don't know, like, I'd be like, what to do? Like, cause sometimes, like if I'm in pain, like if I'm in pain, you know, I'm calling peoples, and I'm going down there to the white rooms, but around the
What does
hospital,
that mean? Okay.
white rooms, hospital. Oh my
You gotta,
God,
I get scared.
that was called hospital rooms. But if I'm in pain, I can deal with it. I will be in that tossing. That's another reason why sometimes I can't go to sleep, because I'll be in pain, tossing and turning around in the bed, and it's just be like, I don't know. I just be like, look, then I pop up. I'll take a Tylenol, ibuprofen, or acetaminophen, whatever they want to call it. I don't know how you how you pronounce the medication.
Acetaminophen.
That, and I'll take that, and it'll go away for like a couple minutes, for like an hour, but then it come right back, and it come even stronger, and I'll be like, there's something wrong with me. Like, I don't know, but something got to shake. This Tylenol, ibuprofen can't do nothing. But I'm not asking the doctor to prescribe me no oxycodons, Percocets, Xannies, none of that. Mildly, I ain't asking for all that. That's just addictive medication that teenagers shouldn't be on. And I agree with them not putting teenagers on that medication, but it's still to the effect of, yeah, I got to make a new medication, because Tylenol and ibuprofen ain't gonna be answering everything.
You're right.
Not you though, but
No, I feel you though.
I've been to your hospital, and they don't do a good job anyway.
I know. It's hard. It's hard though, because to your point, there's not many pain medications.
Right, and that's the impact. Question. It probably ties into it ties into the whole topic we were talking about earlier. So if you get shot, right? So say for instance, a 17-year-old gets shot, right? God forbid, right? Do they prescribe that 17-year-old person Tylenol, ibuprofen? I was going to say, they grab us. Tylenol when we're shot. Oh no, matter of fact, no. They give us morphine. The next best thing. But we can't take morphine at home, because I took some. I was when I was in the hospital one time and I was in pain. I took some morphine. Boy, boy. You was there. You saw.
I know.
I felt lovely. I ain't feel no pain. Girl. Sleepy. I went home. I went to sleep. So they don't prescribe us Tylenol ibuprofen. So what about when we go home?
So sometimes they might give you like because oxycodone is similar to morphine, but it's a pill. It's not through your vein. And so they might give you oxycodone to go home with. But like you said, since it's addictive, they try to avoid giving too many days of that.
So they give us like a certain amount, it'll be quantity 6 pills.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you have real often visits with the doctors after that.
Yeah. And then they'll kind of see how you're doing. And I mean, and when I say that's what they do, that's what like likely should be happening, but
But Baltimore City doctors, they ain't doing too well. I mean, don't get it wrong. The doctors I have on my charts, all of them are good. I might not know all of their names, but I know all of them are good. Like, every doctor I came in contact with that took care of me is good. It is just like one doctor that been like, she was my doctor for sports medicine. But every time I go to the doctor's office, she'll always see me. She's like, how you doing? And she'll always come in the room. Even though she's not my doctor, she'll come in the room and ask me questions and still check me out and stuff like that. So I have some good doctors. But then when I go to the hospital and I go to nurse, like I like the main 2 hospitals I'll go to will be University of Sinai. If I have a house, like John Hopkins, I'm sorry, but that would be like one of my last options to go to. And especially if you go into the emergency room, oh, you're gonna be there all day. You're gonna be at John Hopkins all day. But then, like if the pediatric side, oh, they treat you like, when I was in there one time, they treat me like a queen, like a god. Like I had cookies, and the doctors kept coming in every 5 minutes. I was living good, but it's just like, I don't know.
So what do you think makes a good doctor?
You.
No, I mean, like, what are the qualities that, because you're like, I have good doctors. Like, what are the qualities that have made them good to you or made you feel like they've been good?
When you're a doctor, you're supposed to make a connection with your patient,
Mhm.
not just be like, oh yeah, well, I don't know how this make you feel. I was just gonna we're just gonna send you home with some medication one time. You send you home, see how this medication see, and if you feel like if you don't feel any, if you feel a type of way and you feeling still some of the pain, you can come back and stuff like that. Okay, see you later. Like that's like you see how I just said that without no problems. Because that's like is that here you can sign right here. What we're gonna do to follow up instructions. You'll call your doctor in 2-3 days. Make an appointment for like 2-3 weeks. I definitely prescribe you guys ibuprofen or Tylenol, or you can get over the counter. It doesn't matter. If you feel that, like they will say to you. That's exactly the words they will say to you.
You just did that so well.
Like that's because that's what I'm used to go. No. Mm-mm.
That part where you just say you can get Tylenol or ibuprofen over the counter, or you can get it prescribed. It doesn't matter.
Say to you.
You can sign right here. Call your doctors in 2 to 3 days. Make an appointment, follow up appointment for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, like that's what they will say to you instead of being like, "Oh, how do you feel?" Because our next step is blah 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 blah. Now you could take Tylenol or ibuprofen. I know that doesn't work for you guys, but it's the best thing that could take the pain away. Or they could be like, or you can soak in some hot water, or you could just go for a jog, eat some fruits. At first, oh yeah, take ibuprofen Tylenol, you'll be okay, you'll be good. Yeah, take 2 every 4 to 6 hours, and you'll be awesome. Like, bro, like, do you prescribe your daughter, your son Tylenol ibuprofen every time they're in pain? No, you don't. When that blood pressure 184 over 100, do you prescribe them Tylenol ibuprofen? No, you don't. You gotta take them to the hospital, right? Come on now, like doctors and nurses gotta do better. Like I know y'all go to med school for like I know y'all go to school for like over 8 to 12 years, and y'all just learn about giving ibuprofen Tylenol. Like for real?
I feel like what?
But the thing is, they try to get us in and out.
I feel like you need to do like a boot camp for doctors. And I feel like one day we should do a session about what people want from their doctors.
I think they just that's actually one day.
Yeah, we should talk about that one day and hear what if you had it your way, how would your doctor be?
So, question: when you go to if say for somebody was to go to Johns Hopkins, right, and they're in very much pain, like a lot of pain, they want to send you to the tent instead of taking you to the emergency room. Because I know a lot of hospitals have tents.
It depends what's going on.
So if I need to go to the hospital because I got chest pain really, really bad, and my blood pressure is really high, they're gonna tell me to go to a tent.
They might take you to a tent to get tested for coronavirus.
Oh wow. And that thing I go up my nose. Oh, I ain't going then.
Well, we know that that symptom for you is not necessarily coronavirus, so because you had that before. But no, if you need to go, you need to go.
So what if you took it in my ambulance? You still have to go to a tent?
It depends what the issue is. And every hospital is using their tents for different things. So like Johns Hopkins, like our tents are for testing.
Oh. So if you don't have none of the symptoms, but you have different problems, like you have real bad chest pain, blood pressure.
Yeah, you're gonna go into the emergency room.
Okay.
Why are you worried about the tent?
Because I went that one time and they sent me to the tent, and I had no problems. I had matter of fact, I had a real bad throat problem.
But did you not like the tent?
No, because I was just sitting in there for like ever.
Was it cold?
Oh, dream. I think like coronavirus was like just started, and I called Miss Emma, and she was basically talking to me about why my throat probably like that, and it turned out I had allergies. Like I never knew allergies could affect your throat.
Mm-hmm.
boy, and I felt like I was dying. I was in there, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, I was hot. I was like, I got the coronavirus?
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to be safe.
Good to be safe, wash your hands, stay sanitized and hydrated.
Yes.
It's 3:55. Oh wow. I didn't see this. But I feel like that was a good session. We talked about we definitely capitalized on a lot of key things. Police brutality, Black and white society, leaders, doctors, health, sleep. We did a lot in the last one.
We did a lot.
It was a nice session. Thank you. Thank you for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Thank you. I definitely enjoyed your presence. It was nice. You know, this is about the probably the next time I hear from you for like the next 2-3 weeks because you can be able.
Oh, you're trying to play me like that.
Don't text me, but like if I don't call you if I don't play before 6 o'clock, I ain't getting to you. I'm going to cancel that.
That's not true. That's not true. Now I'm not in the ICU right now, so I'll be better.
Oh, that's good. Was you scared? Like, are y'all like scared to get catch coronavirus? Because like that kind of all that stuff, but like, do that really protect you from like getting the coronavirus?
I was scared at first, and then I like forgot about it, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like I can't even lie. I'm sorry. I know it's like 2:55. It's not over the 4. But
That's good.
when the coronavirus first started, I was like, oh my god! Like you can ask Miss Morgan. Me and Miss Morgan, like, well, I wasn't really scared, but I was scared. Miss Morgan, she was like, oh
going through it.
Yes, wash your hands. Oh my god, you did. Please don't go outside. Oh my god, you got no. She's like, I'm like, but I gotta go to my mailbox. Take some gloves and go to the mailbox. I'm like, Miss Morgan, it's the mailbox. It's my front door. Like, calm down. Like, she's telling me she opened packages up for 2 to 3 days. Now, don't forget about stuff. When I get my packages and stuff, because I've been doing a little online shopping. I ain't going to do that. But I get my little, when I get my packages, I take my little Lysol. I'll be spraying it down,
Good.
Watch it. But Miss Morgan, she was
going through it.
She was going through it. Like, she didn't come to her house at all.
I know.
Her dog was eating food. She didn't care. She wasn't going outside. But like now Miss Morgan, she calmed down a little bit now. She good. She go outside when needed. She's still at a point where as though she's not going outside if she need. Like other day I was on the phone with her. I'm like, she's like, I gotta go to Walmart. I don't want to. I'm like, why? Because my dog needs food and I think it's dying. I'm like, can you go get that dog some food? Please. But she definitely calmed down a lot more. But for me, like I think it was like yesterday, I totally forgot about the coronavirus. I'd be like, oh yeah, we still got this coronavirus. Like
I know.
I'm like, oh my god. It was like, Shalai, you talking about? I'm like, okay. I'll be like, oh, I want to go IHOP. Man, they closed. Why they closed? I don't even remember why they closed, but they closed. I know they closed. When you drive down the street, everything closed. I'm like, yeah, they closed. They closed. But yesterday, it was so many cars outside. I'm like, why the traffic? Like my side street is like Forest Park, and it's like really y'all think you know that little side street right there, Forest Park.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, I'm like, it was like 4:00. I'm like,
do you think it's because of Mother's Day?
I don't know, but nothing's open. So where they going? Matter of fact, the crab spot's open. The
crab places were out of control yesterday.
I had crabs the day before Mother's Day.
Is that like a Mother's Day meal here?
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering.
Family come around, eat crabs and stuff like that. It's Maryland. You've been known for big crabs.
There were lines like down the street. I'm not from here, so I was surprised. I didn't know that.
Yeah, crabs is pretty popular in Baltimore.
I mean, I knew that, but I didn't know for Mother's Day it would be like.
Mother's Day, Father's Day, and some parents, it all depends. Some parents get it for Easter, or some parents will just go out to eat.
I saw you eating something the other day that looked really good. It was kind of a while ago, but it was like in a bag, and it had like, I think it was like seafood in a bag or something.
It was crabs.
Was it good?
It was okay. I was hurt, but it was all right. But it's 3:59.
Okay.
Bro, thank you for coming on. This Wednesday, I'm gonna have another special guest. I have to confirm. If not, I'll probably do it myself. But
Thank you for coming on for Meaningful Mondays. We definitely had a good topic today. We'll be back here Wednesday at 3:00 for Working Wednesdays. And yeah, that's mostly it. So thank you, Dr. Mo, for coming on.
Thanks
See
for
you.
having me.
You're welcome.
Bye.